What is up, everyone? So it has been kind of wild content the last couple weeks. We've been jumping around a lot. There's been a lot going on, and honestly it's probably going to continue with that. Got a lot going on. It's a busy time of year, and honestly we have some fun stuff going on, and the hardest part about building any project car is waiting for parts, or even just compiling the parts, because there's 1.5 million things you need to build a whole entire car, and making sure you can get all of it in time is probably the trickiest part of it, right? Well, last week you guys saw we took the engine out of the 964, and now this thing is sitting with no butt heart. I don't know what you would consider this, right?
The butt heart.
The butt heart. The engine's over here, right? So, long block is sitting. There's a couple of things I need to disassemble to send off to powder coat, but for now we are just waiting for parts. That is all on order, and it took me a long time to make that parts list. The hardest part about building a new car is just learning everything about them.
The little gaskets that you need.
Exactly, like the O-rings that are in here, like dumb stuff. I'd be on my computer, I'd walk at the engine and just stare. Like, I think I need another one of those. Find the parts, go. It's like a full-time job. But parts are ordered on that, so hopefully that we can make moves on this ASAP, because I want to get the engine back in the Porsche, because I miss this thing. Of course, the E36 you guys saw, well, I kind of half blew the thing up, so we have the engine over there with the head sitting off of it. I have a new head coming for it. Actually today my buddy Ray's dropping it off, which is fantastic. We'll get that thing back together, but it's not gonna go back in this thing. This thing is currently sitting heartless.
Not butt heartless.
Not butt heartless, just front heart, whatever. This thing's got no engine in it. And I am making as many moves as I can to get a new drivetrain in here, but to make it happen, I have sent a lot of proposals because it's very expensive. I need this sponsored. No shame in that. Well, I'm trying to make it happen, right? Hopefully we can get this car back together I have a very simple drivetrain in mind for it, and those I know very well in my head, so this should go fast as long as I get that email that I'm hoping for. Whatever, we'll see. And then the big one you guys saw in the last video was we got the R34, right? Active red R34, a dream of mine.
God, this thing is so sick.
The presence of it is wild, the color is perfect, everything about it is fantastic, besides the fact that it has literally the worst strut towers I've ever seen in my entire life, right? So, rotted out strut towers on 34, super common thing. The worst part about this was someone tried to repair it. I don't know what they did. Really bad. So you could tell this was really rusty, and they just kind of painted over rust, and it's honestly horrifying. So we're probably gonna have to replace the entire strut tower on both sides and the top and everything like that. So we need to get the car apart ASAP. Luckily the panels are all available, which isn't too bad, but it's a lot of work, and we need to get this engine out, front end off, and the strut towers out of this car. A crazy sentence. We have to get the strut towers out of this car. I'm not too scared. So we're gonna have another car apart. It's part of the process, baby. So we're gonna do a lot of back and forth, but luckily we post quite a bit. It might feel more hectic than it actually is, just because we post so much. With that update, you guys know what our plans are for the next couple weeks. It should be going good. I am working my ass off trying to make this all happen as fast as I can. But today, we have something I'm very excited about, and that is we get to show some attention to the FC. We just dyno tuned the car. It went amazing. It made 510 horsepower, which is terrifyingly awesome. The car, it's just a sick car. Everything about this car has been amazing. And then one of the last things I want to do to the car is honestly make it look as cool as it sounds and drives, right? And by doing that, we need to put a kit on it. And one just finally showed up. So with the short amount of time we have today, we will be transforming, that's probably the title, transforming the look of my FC RX7 with my new Origin Stylish kit. Boom, 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 exciting music, dubstep. So we're adding fiberglass to this car. Usually, I'm not the biggest fan of putting fiberglass on cars if I don't have to, but we really want to do like a really aggressive hot styling for this car. And of course, we went with the big aero kit. And this time we have an Origin Stylish kit. I like it because it's aggressive, but it does follow some OEM-ish styling where, like, if you look, it uses kind of like the upper OEM look for the top and kind of just adds more aggression to it, which I really, really like. It shouldn't look out of place. It should just make the car look more chunky, more aggressive. That's another term. Sick. It looks fucking sick, okay? It's gonna look awesome. So sick. It's gonna be sick. So we got this kit, of course, from Faction Motorsports. I'll put the link in the description. They have many kits in stock if you guys want to get it. Origin has done us well, and well, it was in stock, and I like the snap. So we're gonna use it. So first step to all this is, well, getting off all the OEM stuff so we can start making way to cut this stuff to make it fit. Don't be laughing at me. How the hell did I get a bolt in there? Damn it, Spoon. Had to install things properly. How the heck do you get this? Oh man, it's all zip tied together. Almost dropped on my head. Oh, hold on, I gotta unplug a bunch of stuff. Alright, OEM bumper out. See how the top is like very similar styling? It even uses the factory lights, which is cool. And it's like as if they just threw like a real big aggressive lip on it. Look at it, it's like, what, 4 inches lower? Uh-oh. If you look at the OEM bumper, there's a couple different retainers, right? There's one on the side, the one on the top, and the one on the other side, right? So this helps kind of pull the bumper to the OEM panels, which makes it fit really nice. So a lot of guys will just take the fiberglass and just zip tie the corners and call it a day, whatever, to each their own. The more you could utilize the factory stuff, the better it always mounts. Let's see if this kit allows us to reutilize these pieces so this bumper can be on here for good. But what I just noticed before we tested this bumper is our S2 trim right here. The bumper actually replaces this. It's like built into the bumper. So we have to remove the trim somehow. You think it's adhesive, or do you think it's just clips? I think it's clips. So if these aren't stuck on here, it should just be clips back here. I know it might seem obvious, but please fit your kits before you paint them, because you're gonna have to make modifications. We might have to like shave the corners down, stretch something out. You know, it's fiberglass, so no matter how nice the mold is, over time things move, things shrink. It's a pain in the ass, and so you're gonna have to do some massaging once it's on the car. So make sure to fit before you spray it. All right, so first test fit, there's a lot of body lines in this one, so it might be pretty rough, but time to find out. Okay. Oh, I can see so much we have to cut already.
Is your side clipped?
No. Oh. Ooh, that's not the worst. I always have very low expectations for fiberglass.
We might have to cut for the crash bar. We don't have to cut for a front mount.
The fact that it's V-mount is nice. We don't have to cut for a front mount. Stay right there. Don't move. Yeah, don't look at it. It might fall. Damn. I think we both know a lot of people that would just send 2 self-tappers in the corner and ship it.
Yeah, that might be me.
That would be you, yeah. The street car, so we actually have to try a little bit. So
It's not bad.
it's not bad.
For right out of the box.
A lot of times you really have to modify like these corners right here, or you have to stretch and break these little corners. It's very typical recipe stuff. So this one needs to be modified so it sits a little bit higher, because you can tell it doesn't actually line up with here. But this lines up pretty good, and it looks like we have enough room here to run the OEM bracket. That would be the goal. It'll really hold this thing in the middle really nice. This side's actually not too bad. Like if you look at it, you know, it's not the best, but the best thing about this car is it's white, right? Which means the bodywork can be kind of shitty and it'll look really good. Like paint's in pretty rough condition, but you can't tell.
Dude, white hides everything.
Everything. So it's like the perfect color to have like a kidded, like kind of street car, rough car, right? If it's a drift car, like you're not as picky, but when it's a street car, you're pickier, right? Yeah. Get a white car. It's the cheat code. We'll see. I think Spoon's gonna hate it, but I think it's great. Hell yeah. New energy to the car, I love it. The next piece is the side skirts, and we're gonna have to just remove the molding here and the molding on the fender. Keep the molding on the door, it should all work out. I just have to figure out how to get this one off. My goal here is to rough mock the whole kit, so when Spoon shows up in like an hour, he could just
smooze him over.
do his magic. He's the fiberglass king, I'll give it to him. Oh, these ones look suck. These are some wild clips. What the f? There's also tape on it, that's why it was playing games with me. You see that? Playing games here. Oh, we did it. Nice. Didn't destroy it. These could actually stay in the fender. Look at it, it actually could just pull out. But these clips are old, you know they're not working anymore. You guys know our age-old TikTok technique right here. Little tire valve stem. To get the double-sided tape off. Works just like an eraser wheel, but these are also easy to find sometimes in eraser wheels. Don't break. Yeah, they broke. Now they'll pop back in, whatever. Yeah, they'll pop back in, that's good. It's a future me problem. I'll usually tape the edges up, but I meant to do this on the fenders earlier because you'll scratch the crap out of your car trying to fit the kick. So it'll just be like, and the edge will get all scratched, so definitely tape the edges. B-haul, perfect time.
Give me yokes.
We mocked the skirt up.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to have to trim the inner seal quite a bit. If you look at the sill, it looks like it's probably going to hit.
This is going to be too long. We should take this off first in case.
That would be a smart call. Let's do that. Whoa.
Whoa. Easy.
It is very fun.
I feel like I like thin fiberglass more than thick fiberglass.
It's a good hit. All right, let's see how these fit. Oh, you want?
Yeah, they need some love.
Every time you have a side skirt, they're like too short for the vehicle. You have to like strike.
Oh.
Yep, if that happens.
No. I didn't do anything, dude. I didn't even finish letting go of the clamp. Well, yeah, I cracked it.
Spoon's gonna beat your ass.
Dude, Spoon's got work to do over here, so I don't want to hear nothing.
Shut the door. Slowly. There you go. Faster. Get after it. Hey! It looks sick.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna make the car really body low. Okay, so here's the thing. Overall, it actually doesn't fit that bad if you think about it, right? Because this whole inner line could be super off and that would make it a nightmare. Only thing that's wrong is the outer edges, which is the easiest edge to fix, right? So right here, if you look, it's gotta be, material's gotta be taken out so it sits deeper and it just curls up a little high. So as far as that goes, that actually is pretty good for fiberglass.
I feel like there's enough material to make it line up.
It could be way worse. We've all been there with fiberglass. It could always be way worse. We did stretch the edge. This is like the number one thing that drives me nuts. Like every kit does it. Every single kit does on every corner. You have to like fix the corners and it's a pain in the ass, but that's just part. I wish like manufacturers could like account for like that extra quarter inch, you know? But then again,
a lot of times what I like to do is like cut this edge and then like custom mold it to the car so that when it does pop on, it's
that's
so
what
yeah,
Spoon
exactly.
usually does too. Spoon
It's the only way.
We'll cut this straight right here.
Yep.
Put it on the car and then make a new outer lip. Just because, you know, fiberglass cures, it kind of shrinks and it curls in and that's what happens. It's gonna be so body low. We might have to go on 18s.
Like look at the back bumper stock plating. I like this right here. Like, that's a lot.
It's making the car such a bigger footprint. This is like, they make way more aggressive kits. Like look at the BN kit for this thing.
Yeah, this is
Urus.
very simple compared to the BN.
This is a very modest kit. Might look goofy with stock quarters. We have some decisions to make. All right, worst part is unbolting the rear bumper. I think. Usually unbolting the rear bumper the first time sucks, but I'll figure it out. Better catch it.
No way.
I swear to God.
No. Oh my God! Are you serious? These are the wrong struts. There can't be.
Well, that must be for like an F350.
This is for knocking out your grandma. Go get my groceries, grandma. Pow! I thought I was ready. I was not ready. This is definitely a 10mm nut.
Go down farther? Oh
Yeah,
man. Jesus, we need a little Japanese hands for this one.
Maybe it's from underneath. Yeah, do it from underneath.
Stick, you're already down there, right?
This seam sealer. What? Fucking Willy Wonka.
Put him to work on his lunch break, I love it. The first time you take an OEM bumper off, there's always way too many nuts and bolts. I can't hold the bolt and pull my hand through, I have to drop the bolt. Oh. What do we got? What are we stuck on? It's so close though. You got it, get after it. There you go, look at, so this little metal right here just gets caught on these stupid bolts. Remember how we were talking about the OEM retainers? These right here, we should be able to use these and then that bumper will be on there. Look at that. That's how they're supposed to come out, nice and easy. If you look right here, super thick. We're probably gonna have to shade that down, but maybe there's a reason why it's thick. Let's test it first, okay? Fit under the...
No, it doesn't.
No, it's close.
It doesn't fit. You're gonna destroy it under bolts.
This doesn't sit much lower than going out, so... Oh, that was a good trim. Look at this line right now. Sheesh. Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
How about use the bathroom? Come on.
All right, Spoon just got back from getting his hair done, looking all fresh. Sliding Spoon's DMs, putting into him right here, but rough mock is done. Now I want to see Spoon's reaction of one. See, well, you guys haven't seen the kit fully on yet either. It looks really good, but I want to see your reaction on how it fits. In my eyes, I don't think it's too bad, but Spoon's got pickier eyes than me, so.
They got the back bumper on too? Okay, okay, okay.
That's yeah, whatever. But it fits in the jam good.
Yeah.
Remember, the car's white. You get away with a lot.
Nah.
He goes, no.
Damn.
It's alright, I know a guy.
Bolt it on?
No.
No, it's literally just clamped on.
Oh, okay. It's as rough as I expected.
But it looks sick, right? Like, come here, come back here, come here. Yeah. It transforms the entire car.
Oh, that's so good.
Austin, stand right here. This is a... Sheesh. It looks so good. Look at it. Look at it. A whole different look to the car. The only thing I don't like about this kit, I wish they did change, was the front bumper. It kind of calms itself down and goes flat here.
Really want to fix that? I know, guy.
What would be cool is if we kept this like aggressiveness to here.
All the way through.
But I guess the side skirts do flatten out too.
Yeah, because it keeps it even from here to here.
It probably does that so it matches the fenders and doesn't look too like skirty.
Yeah.
You know how some kits look like you're just like wearing a skirt and it looks a little silly? God, this thing's gonna be really, really kit low.
You're putting Meisters on it?
I wish I could put Meisters on everything. Like we have a lot of cars here. So I'm running out of like different wheels to put on cars.
Have we played musical wheels yet?
No, we haven't played musical wheels yet.
I know what wheels I want to test it on here so bad.
Yeah. Kit is roughly mocked up now. Spoon can get an idea of what he needs to fix to make it fit pretty good. Overall, I don't think the recipe needs to be rewritten, which is pretty good. I think it's not as much work as other kits that we've had.
It's not great, but it's not horrible. But white does hide a lot, and it is a street car. We are gonna drive it. Even if you don't, I'm taking it home.
Kit makes the car super body low, right? So there's two types of low you gotta be worried about. Wheel to fender gap, right? And then kit to ground. Sometimes you gotta split the difference, right? If you want the kit really low, you might somehow have to go a smaller wheel and keep some gap on it. Or if you want the kit off the ground, you could do a bigger wheel and get it tighter on the fender. That makes sense?
I think this car is gonna need 18s.
Oh, I want it on 17s, but I don't think it's gonna work with this kit. So let's mock a 17 up to show you how low the car is with this kit on a 17. What did you just do? I'm giggling already.
No, that was awesome.
He's thick. Thick, James. Juicy. Some flames, James, you know, big. Yeah, we're gonna have to extend the exhaust tips now. The bumper on fire.
Good, because one of them's crooked, so I wanted to fix it anyways.
He's the only one that would notice.
Yeah, exactly. Check it out. 17-inch wheel, which I originally wanted. If you look, we have this big fender gap because it's not loaded up, right? But if you look at the kit is barely higher than the rim. Oh, I wanted 17s on this thing.
So you either got to do a 17 with a Meteor setup,
yeah,
or an
17
18 with a
but
stretch.
even with a Meteor tire, like it would still have quite a bit of gap because we'd have to raise it a little bit more. And I think the Meteor would look goofy with the kit.
Wheel arches are too big. You need 18s.
I do like bigger wheels because it makes it higher off the ground, which makes it easier to street drive.
Probably yeah.
Well, what are you doing there?
Lucky.
What are you doing in there?
Lucky.
Yeah, you're just looking, aren't you?
You know exactly which ones I want.
I know where they are. SCs, they look sick, double staggered, right? 17 in the front, 18 in the rear. It goes really great. I guess we could do 17 with a fat tire and then the 18 drift look. We can go for the drift look, but if we want to go for the stance look, we need 18s all around. Spoon's been dying to test fit these on something. They're not anything different, but they're spicy, so. Ta-ta, ta-ta. My eyes, they're too bright. Triple chrome blitz, bro. I know we've been putting
Chrome to your dome.
we've been putting blitz on everything, and the funny thing is we've been doing it because I've had blitz. I had 3 sets of blitz for the last like 4 years, and I just didn't want to put them on anything. And then we couldn't find wheels to buy, so we just put blitz on everything. And then the funny thing is, this is toxic, but I won this on an Instagram giveaway.
You didn't even buy them.
I won them on an Instagram. I cannot believe who the hell wins those things. I won a set of triple chrome 18-inch blitz on an Instagram giveaway. I think they're 18 by 9.5 all around, plus 22, which is just like the standard universal JDM fitment. So let's see how they look.
If you don't like them, that ain't your car.
Big juicy moment. We'll probably have to lower the car just so we can get wild and spicy.
That is so wet by. Oh my god.
Oh, look at the fitment.
Does it hit the caliper? No. Wow, that's impressive.
Damn, that's it, Jim. With the gold hardware.
Jesus, on that white, that guy's stupid. Especially with the hood off, because you see like the shiny stuff in the engine bay and then that.
Yeah, let me jack up that front.
You got a full set like this?
Hell yeah, Steven.
Oh yeah, Steven.
Please don't talk shit. I don't want to hear about the blitz. Yes, they're on everything, but they look good, so off, and I have them.
Why are you upset about this?
That's great.
I know, I just know I'm gonna get a million comments. You got everything on blitz. We got the Chaser on blitz, and we got the S15 on blitz over there.
Wow, 2 out of 18 cars on blitz. Ooh.
Yeah, whatever. You like what you like, huh? Right. The chrome usually looks sometimes can look a little much on some colors because it pops too much, but on the white, it just looks clean.
Chrome on everything, bro.
Chrome to your dome.
Austin, are you sure you're not a 55-year-old man?
Yeah, that looks juicy. The thing needs 18s if you're trying to. I was like refraining from testing these wheels for the longest time because I knew as soon as we tested them they'd go on something. All right, get one in the rear. Come on.
Damn.
Probably perfect, right? 18 by 9.5 plus 22. If you don't know what fits on your car, usually that does. Oh, Jesus Christ, that looks good.
It's not on you, Jim. This one's on me.
Blood's on your hands.
You said full chrome was the best.
Yeah. Chrome hits.
Chrome hit. A lot of closet boomers in here.
All about the chrome, baby. Chrome to your dome.
Sure.
Says the man drives a Beetle.
True. So it looks cool on jack stands, right? But you never know until you put tires on the damn thing. Some wheels look cool without a tire. Put a tire on it, looks dorky. So let's get a tire on this. Let's get this thing on the ground. Let's see how it all fits together and see if we really love it. And honestly, I just want to see the big transformation. So let's get to it. 2 1540s for the front and 2 2540s for the rear. That's what we had laying around. So. The Federals are fat looking. So we want to run a slightly bigger tire in the rear. Just before we mount it, we're going to make sure this smaller tire fits with this fitment. And that looks pretty good. It's crazy how adding a tire makes the wheel look so much bigger. Like the 18 looks fine on here, and you put a tire on it, and you're like, oh damn, that looks big as hell on there. I think we just rock this, and I'll put the 35 wall on the other one. All right, so for the front, we had a set of 2 25/35s laying around, which is really nice because it's a comfy stretch, but it's a nice low pro, and it lets the wheel kind of talk more, right? By putting too big of a tire on these wheels, it makes it look too chunky. With the small tire, it kind of lets the wheel just like speak more, if that makes sense. It's gonna hit the coil. Now we got plenty of room. Are these different offset wheels?
Are they different offset?
Yeah, maybe different offset, because before...
Yeah, this rear one is...
No, they're different offsets? No!
So we got the tires again.
I mean, we couldn't get lucky. So I looked, and they're 18 by 9.5 plus 25 and then plus 13, so they are different.
So close.
So close, yeah.
The question is it in the face or is it in the barrel?
So it might just be in this, and you might not know, or sometimes the face itself is deeper, so you could tell, like you could visibly see it. You want to run the higher offset on the front or the rear. Okay. Barrel? No, it's probably just in the, is it even noticeable? Yeah, look at this is taller. See that this upright? The upright in the face is taller. You could see it. Barely. Or is it just machined off the back of the face? It might just be machined off the back of the face. Whatever. Let's put the low offset. Let's put the high offset ones in the front and the low in the rear. Just keep it simple. It's okay.
Don't touch it.
All right, let's check it out. Let's see it. Wow, the car just looks bigger now. Like it just the presence of it just looks huge. Like the car no longer looks small. Definitely Hot Boy, that's for sure. I knew they would look big. Look at how low the kit still is. We're on 18s and like we still have like, this isn't the tightest, like this is kind of, we have to pull the fender, but it's like not low up front. And the kit is still on the ground. People even drive the BN car, like the BN kits and stuff.
I think Kurt would be proud.
I think Kurt would be proud.
Kurt would say lower it.
Yeah, Kurt would tell me to lower it and shut the f up, yeah. Crazy that 18 by 9.5 plus 25 is still aggressive up front. Like, we didn't roll the fenders, we could probably get a little bit of pull out of it when we roll it, but like, oh, that's so good though. It's on the aggressive side. I wouldn't hate another degree of camber if we can get it out of it, but the car looks crazy. Right here, boom, that's it. That's the Instagram reel right there to some trending music. Oh, dude, it looks so good. Makes me like the OEM wing even more. Like it flows really well.
It does.
What do you think, T-Bone?
I think I would like a bigger wing.
Yeah, yeah.
More
I know.
aggressive, but that does look good.
The RE wing,
Yes.
but everyone runs it. But there's a reason why everyone runs it.
Because it's so good.
I wish I could say we just gotta send this in the paint now and we're good to go, but yeah. The kit definitely needs some work to make it fit as nicely as we want. If it was a drift car, honestly, like, if it wasn't my drift car, if it was just a drift car, I would say, honestly, out the box, it's not too bad. I'm really impressed with the Origin. I know you're not, but we got
Compared to the other Origins on the 180 and the coupe, this one probably fits the worst. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of body lines on this one, so. We gotta get the lights in because I love when aftermarket kits utilize OEM lights. I think it's such a good
Add
taste.
those. Get rid of the side
I'm happy
marker.
this like gap isn't too bad though. Like you,
It'll get better once I put the bracket in.
so we gotta install the brackets, of course, which we're gonna take our time and do all that. And then the wheels, they look insane. It has a real good street drift style on it. It looks really functional. The kit's pretty low, but it's not, you know, fuck off. I want to go drive it to see if it's drivable, but the FC just started to leak a lot of oil, and we don't know from where, so that is horrifying. So that's a problem for tomorrow or later this week, Jimmy. It's somewhere over there. I don't want to talk about it.
It's a rotary. The leak.
Yeah, that's the big one. So, but good for a quick day mock-up. Change the look of the car pretty damn fast, that's for sure. And honestly, I think it looks pretty good even with stock quarters. Sometimes when you put the big kits on stock quarter cars, they look a little skinny and like weird, but pigeon-toed. We've seen a juicy hood. I usually don't like carbon hoods, but for some reason I really want a carbon hood on this car.
Full carbon or just painted with some carbon?
Painted with some carbon.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
his face changed real quick. I just don't know if I want to like. That's expensive, but it'll be cool. For now, the last thing I want to finish up with, my buddy Ray, right here, one of my oldest friends, honestly, has brought us the next endeavor of the BMW. This is my first non-Vanos BMW head. So the difference between Vanos and non-Vanos doesn't have the Vanos in it, which is the, the variable cam timing on the intake cam, right? So this is basically the first year of the E36 came with a non-Vanos head. I've literally had every single E36 engine at this point. The only one I've never messed with is a non-Vanos engine.
Have you blown up every E36 engine?
No, stop. Just a turbo S50. The first time, bad luck, and Derek, shame on you. I'll put the blood on Derek's hands. And then the second one, well, we knew why that one got hurt, and that was just a call that we knew was going to end up like that. So the non-Vanos head is sick. We lose a variable intake cam, but that means we can degree our cams to match the power band we actually want. We're not stuck with just the Vanos timing, right? On top of that, better valve springs from the factory, basically twice as strong as the Vanos heads. It has slightly bigger valves, and I think it has better lifters. They're the same lifters?
Same lifters.
Okay, so the valve springs are just what allow it to be able to rev higher. So we should be able to rev this thing as high as we were before on the stock valve train without it throwing a shim like we did before, throwing the keepers like we did before. It might not be better in terms of power band, but it might be a lot better, and I get to learn from it. And
This is for science.
this is for me, honestly, so I could say I've tried every every single E36 engine.
Especially since we're not changing anything else on the setup. Everything else is staying the same. You can actually see the
It'll be fun, and well, it's not going back on the E36, but it's going in another car that is on its way already, so it'll be cool. I'll probably tell the patrons, I'll let you know what this is going in. Send this off to JP, get it resealed, get a small valve job, ship it. Kit's on the SC, it looks sick. Tomorrow we're pulling apart 34, and hopefully by the end of the week some parts show up for the Porsche show. Big week, big excite. Lupin's excited. See how excited he is. So for now, I hope you guys like the FC. Just imagine it in one color and not leaking oil. So for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. Spoon.
Have a good night.